you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this?
It's not about my personal feelings. It's about what's best for business. Let me ask you, do you think that's good for business? There you go. That's why I'm here.
What is going on, everybody? Tonight, let me make a quick little video because I've been getting tweet after tweet after tweet about how the Nintendo Switch is the fastest selling Nintendo console in history, or the best selling launch Nintendo whatever. Fastest, best selling. It is what it is, and I'm not one to deny facts, but why are people surprised? I don't understand. Why are people surprised? The GameCube was a flop. The N64 was a flop. The Wii, did pretty well. And back then, even though the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo did crazy good, that was crazy good in a time of yesteryear, in a time where gaming isn't as big then as it is now. That and, well, Nintendo really was never ultra successful in Europe as they were in the States and Japan with the NES and the Super Nintendo, but I digress. So, what do I think about the historic sales, the historic numbers, the fast pace, whatever it is? What do I think? What I think is simple. These sales just prove how desperate and starved Nintendo fans really are for literally anything. I mean, imagine if I told you that the PlayStation 4's best launch title will be a PlayStation 3 title that runs exactly the same on the PlayStation 4 as the PlayStation 3. Then imagine your next biggest game on the PlayStation 4, the Switch, will be a port of Mario Kart after hearing all the complaints about HD remasters and HD remakes for years. Well, guess what, people? That is actually happening, because the best game on the Switch I can play on the Wii U. In fact, I'm about to go play it right after this video, and it plays near identical on the Wii U to that of the Switch, including off-screen gameplay via the tablet. Now, albeit there's a lower resolution, but apparently there's better performance on the Wii U compared to the Switch when it's docked, and why the Switch is struggling with games and frame rates right out the gate on last generation games, I have no idea. First Zelda dropping out to the 20s. I mean, I looked at a video on Digital Foundry with Dragon Quest Heroes 2, and wow. Again, this system is not a powerhouse. It wasn't built to be a powerhouse. It was essentially built to lower the lowest common denominator in consoles. But again, I am not surprised that the Switch is selling well. I predicted that it would sell out immediately. I mean, what console nowadays does not sell out? But Nintendo fans, come on now. Come on. You've literally been waiting 4 years. You've taken 4 years of L's from me. And now you get one little W. One eensy weensy little W. And now you're trying to act all big and bad. Now you're trying to talk all big and bad. Now you're trying to talk like I wasn't right for 4 years about the Wii U. That I wasn't right for 4 years about Nintendo and the Wii U failing, being a pathetic, welfare, anemic system. That's very interesting. But despite the immense sales and the strong start that Nintendo and the Switch are off to, this still doesn't change the fact that the hardware can be defective, the dock is cheaply made and can scratch your Wii U, that the Joy-Cons are having many different issues, that Nintendo is bullcrapping you, lying to you, saying that dead pixels are normal, that people are getting their Joy-Cons jammed onto the Switch and jammed onto the dock holder thingy that lets you hold it sideways like a mini controller. It doesn't change the fact that the online is still anemic. It doesn't change the fact that the Switch still doesn't really have a lot of third-party support. It doesn't change the fact that from now until Mario, the Switch is dry. I mean, from now until the holidays with Mario, you have Mario Kart, and then you have ARMS. Yes, people. ARMS. That is what you have to play from now until Mario. And that isn't exactly a really big and bolsterous lineup. So I congratulate Nintendo. I congratulate Miyamoto, Reggie, Kimishima for actually selling a console to a group of desperate and starved gamers who all literally went out and bought a new $300 console for a game they could have gotten on the console they've already owned. On the console they've already owned. They literally took a Wii U game, delayed it an additional 1-2 years to push it to a new system so you stupid idiots would go buy a new console instead of buying it on the one you already own. That to me makes absolutely no sense. The game is coming out on the Wii U. They delay it to put it on the Switch, and you don't get it on the Wii U, but instead you buy it on a brand new $300 console that has really nothing else going for it. And you can argue, you can complain, I mean, hell, you can have your sales. If this console were to sell 200 million units, then all I would say is this: Nintendo fanboys, Nintendo fans, and the average gamer is stupid. They're stupid into buying into a product that doesn't have the most important thing you buy any machine for. At the end of the day, what is that? Simple. The thing you've been starved for the last 2 years. Games.